Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel, Budgeting for Future. Today we will be doing our net worth update for March. We will go ahead and just jump right into this. Just to keep in mind before we do get started, this is the net worth of my husband and I. We do live in the Midwest and we do have a really young daughter, and we've been married for just over 2 years now. So always good things to keep in mind, but let's go ahead and just jump right into this thing. Now you'll see first in our assets, these are the things that we own. We do own 2 houses. One is our house and the next is our rental property, which is a house we previously lived in. So it's kind of like a business, more say, asset, but we do have an LLC and it's a sole proprietorship of my husband's. So it is technically an asset that we have. If we sold it, we would get all that money, and that is what makes an asset an asset. The first of our houses is, again, like I said, our personal house, and that is currently worth $249,500. And our next house, our rental property, is currently worth $203,200. Now, both of these numbers are a lot more than we paid for the houses originally. Our personal residence we paid closer to $225,000 for, and our rental property we paid $155,000 for. So clearly our rental market is crazy right now, which has really added to our net worth in these past few months. But we've made some good gains in other places that I'll kind of chat about as we go through. The next of our assets is our car, my car specifically, which we are trying to pay off a car loan for. That will be worth $16,007. I did have someone recently comment on my channel that they wouldn't include cars as assets, but like, let's say we died, just roll with me. If we were to die, someone would most likely sell our houses and our cars and try and get all of our money out of these different accounts, and in that case they would get $16,000 for any maybe funeral expenses or money that we would pass down to our daughter. And so that's really what makes this an asset for us, even though it does depreciate in value and it's something that we drive every day. It is an asset. And quite frankly, there's even more stuff that you could, if you wanted to, in your net worth calculators, be counting as assets. Like, I just bought a really expensive new computer. I bet you I could sell that. I have a nice phone. I bet you I could sell that. So we kind of just keep any of our big ticket items worth over $1,000 in here. But in reality, there's a lot of things in your life that you can count as an asset when it comes to tracking your net worth. And if you don't want to have any of these categories, you definitely don't have to. But for our family, it does make most sense, because if we really wanted to, we could sell our cars and we could have that cash on hand. Next is our 401k. My husband's is the bigger of the two. He's got $15,231. We next have our general checking account, which currently has $15,157. Our checking account is quite big right now because we are about to pay our taxes, and we do have quite a bit of money in our sinking funds right now. This number definitely fluctuates. Typically it's closer to $8,000, but really with all that money saved up for taxes, that is pretty big, and it will definitely be going down quite considerably in our April net worth. Next is another car, my husband's daily driver. His car is worth $13,851. Next is our Roth IRA. That is in my name, and we do contribute to it in order to hit our savings goals in terms of our retirement. We have a savings rate of 14% that we are trying to hit this year, and this is the account that we will put our extra money into. Currently it's at $12,532. My 401k has $7,796 in it, and I have an old 403b that has $7,415 from my first job out of college. I haven't yet rolled it over because it has no fees on it at all, and I like taking advantage of that. So in the future, I'll probably roll it over into a different account, but it is not a priority right now. Next is our business account. This is how much money our rental property has in its account right now. It has $5,311, which is just right around what its emergency fund is personally. In the coming months, we do plan on trying to bulk this up by saving up money because we will need a new roof in the next few years, and that'll cost us right about around $15,000. So that is kind of one of those plans that we will definitely be seeing come up in the future. We do have an E-Trade account, which is just a brokerage account that we have. It's not connected to any of our retirements. It's not in a retirement account. It's just in a regular investment account. So this is money we can pull out at any time. It's kind of like our additional emergency fund is kind of how we think about it. If we wanted to start saving up for a new car, or if something really terrible happened, we could use this money pretty easily. It would just take a few extra days than pulling money from our checking account. Right now we have $2,290 in that account. We haven't contributed to it in quite a long time because we are really focused on paying off some of our debts and also saving up for some expenses that are pretty big this year and probably in the next coming years. But I do see us in the future putting a little bit more into that account as time goes on and we kind of change our goals based on completing others. Next is our health savings account. This is supplied to us through our work. They contribute $1,000 every single year to this account, and we can use it for health expenses. Right now we have $1,356 in it. We did use it quite a bit last year when we had my daughter when she was born. So it's a great way for us to save money specifically for our health. That's why you normally won't see health on any of my regular budgets, any sinking funds related to it, because we do have this health savings account. And if we wanted to, we could contribute extra money every paycheck to it, which is what we did last year, but we don't have any health expenses that we think are coming up in the coming future right now, so we aren't contributing to that at all. And last but not least, we have $4,000 in stocks. It's all in one single company, and I do plan on selling it this month, which I'm really excited to do. We plan on putting it into our checking account and then trying to tackle this car loan that you see on the other side. So now that we've kind of started transitioning into talking about these debts, let's go ahead and jump in. Now, these are all the debts that we have in our name right now, which kind of feels really nice. I mean, obviously there's quite a few of them. I think we're going to probably by the end of the year have 2 of these gone, which is super, super exciting to me. The first and the biggest are obviously our mortgages. On our personal property, we currently own $206,690, and then for our rental property we owe $117,259. We do plan to slow pay this top mortgage for quite some time, but I think once we've bought a new roof for our business, we'll end up trying to pay down this mortgage a little bit faster. That way we have a higher cash flow on that property. Next, we have our car loan. Currently we have $7,350, and I think by either our April net worth or maybe our May net worth, that should be completely gone. We are really attacking that. We originally planned to have it paid off by November, but we've hit some pretty cool windfalls that should be coming up in the next month, including selling those stocks, potentially getting another stimulus check, and then having extra money that we've saved for taxes that we won't be using. So we should be able to just get rid of that whole car loan, and that will feel so good. I'm very excited for that. The next biggest loan are 2 of my student loans. I do have some federal student loans in my name. They are not currently being paid off right now because they are currently in forbearance because of everything that's happening right now. So I do plan to not be paying towards these until someone makes me. I know some people agree with that and some people don't, but we've got so many other financial goals that we're focused on, we'd rather focus there. The first one is $4,718, and the next one is $4,312. Next is a 401k loan in our name. We did have to take a 401k loan out when we bought our personal property, the one that we currently live in. We were pregnant and we're realizing that the rental property we owned was just not gonna work for our house with the baby. We literally had a oh crap moment of where do we put her? And we were like, oh, well, we could still live here. She could just sleep in the living room. And I'm so glad we didn't do that, because if you have ever had a baby in your life, you know, like they need dark and quiet, and you don't want them in the living room for the most part. So yeah, we luckily were able to take out that 401k loan, and it currently should be paid off in 2022, but I think I'm gonna take some of that stock money and pay it off since we're just taking it out of the market. We'll put it back into the market through the 401k loan. Right now that is at $2,334, and we do have to pay it all in one lump sum. It will be good to just get off our plate really quick and fast. And the last debts are more student loans, again, more federal student loans. They're $2,380 and $1,078. If you have any federal student loans right now, I would love to know. Are you still paying on them? Are you saving up that money for when you do have to pay them? Or are you just kind of ignoring them like I am right now? I would really be curious. I know other people handle it differently. It is weird, especially because there's been some talk about people just getting rid of them altogether, but others are like, that's never gonna happen. I don't think personally it's going to happen because I don't think it makes sense to pay off people's student debt when we still have a system where students are taking out large amounts of debt, if that makes sense. I have a brother who's a senior in high school, so I feel very attached to the subject because let's say like they forgave student loans tomorrow. Awesome. I wouldn't have any more student loans, great. But my brother is about to he could take out like $100,000 worth of student loans in the next 4 years, and they haven't really fixed that piece of the puzzle. So it doesn't make sense to pay the problem without solving the problem, if that makes any sense. I would love to know your thoughts on it and what you think would actually happen, because you know it's always nice to dream, but we like to try and be a little bit more realistic in our family. Needless to say, all in total, we right now, having our assets and subtracting our debts, we currently have a net worth of $203,527, which is crazy. I cannot believe that we already have over $200,000 worth of net worth. I'm really proud of us. Honestly, it was mostly because of our houses appreciating, but we have been really kicking butt on some of our debts, and we've also been saving up in our different retirement accounts. Let me see here if I can find my last net worth tracker to compare the two. Okay, I think this was my last one. It looks right, yeah. So we did have a decrease since our last net worth update, and I'm not super shocked by that. You can see that one of our houses has gone down in value, but one has gone up quite a bit in value, but they do not equal each other. We've also had some of our cars appreciate. Our checking account has also gone up, but the stock market's gotten a little wonky, so we've definitely seen those numbers go down as well. You can also see that last time we did a net worth update, our car loan was at $8,000. Now we're down to $7,000, so we're making good progress there. And yeah, I'm really proud of us. Even though it has gone down, it's really not that big of a deal because Our goal for the year was to increase our net worth by $26,000, and right now we have increased it by $800. So well on our way to achieving that goal. And yeah, if you did enjoy the video, go ahead and give it a like. And if you want to see more from me, definitely consider subscribing. Most of you guys are not subscribed, and I would love to have you as friends, so please subscribe. And yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.